Get set for an Osaka derby to savour. A first of the season between these city rivals, with host Gamba aiming to reel in a Cerezo side that have started the season with real intent. Welcome along to the Panasonic Stadium. We're north of Osaka city centre for a derby clash between two rivals that face off for the 73rd time across all competitions today. And the head-to-head record is extremely tight, with Gamba registering 29 wins to Cerezo's 28, while there have been 15 drawn fixtures. Gamba Osaka had a campaign to forget last season. A run of 7 straight defeats saw Danny Poyatas' team finish just 2 places above the relegation spot in 2023. And while that poor form didn't initially run into this calendar year, today's home team have stumbled badly recently and come into this fixture on the back of 3 losses. Reverses at the hands of Avispa Fukuoka, Kashima Antlers, and in the League Cup to third-tier FC Ryukyu has seen confidence evaporate and questions asked about the direction of travel at the club. But derby games can be great levelers, and fans of the host today will be hoping for an upswing in form. Cerezo Osaka have enjoyed an impressive start to the 2024 campaign and sit just 2 points off top spots in the J1 League. Sakura have lost only 1 so far this season, going down 2-1 at Nagoya Grampus, and that after missing a penalty, and look set for a serious title challenge if the first 11 games of the season are anything to go by. Their form has tailed off just a little recently, though, with back-to-back draws after that defeat to Nagoya, halting their championship charge. Well, today's visitors are indebted to Leo Sierra this term. The Brazilian has been in scintillating form in 2024, notching 9 goals, although he still sits 1 behind Ryojaman of Jubilo Iwata in the race for the Golden Boot. The former Yokohama F. Marinos striker has netted in each of his last 3 games and has 7 goals in his last 7 appearances in all competitions. He's also scored in his last 2 Osaka derby starts. So can Leo Sierra fire Cerezo to derby glory, or will the Nerazzurri rediscover their form for the same city clash that comes our way in the next few minutes? Well, terrific atmosphere, as you would imagine, for this derby clash. Gamba hoping to find a little bit of form here against a Cerezo side who have been excellent so far this season. Really big opportunity for them to kick on and temporarily at least go to the top of the table ahead of the remaining matches over the course of this Monday. Really is a key clash, not just a local affair, but one with national connotations. That is for sure. An early afternoon kickoff then in Osaka. First derby of the season. Last term the two rivals met 4 times, twice each in the J1 League and in the League Cup, with Cerezo Osaka coming out on top twice. Gamba grabbing 1 success while there was 1 draw between the pair. Sakura won both home and away in the league and are aiming for a 3rd straight league double over Gamba Osaka. In fact, Cerezo Osaka are unbeaten in 9 league games versus their closest rivals, with the Nerazzurri's last J1 success coming way back in 2019. Let's check out the teams for you. Rico Handa returns for Gamba Osaka this afternoon. The right-back has missed the last month of action, but he's recalled today and replaces Shinya Nakano, who drops to the bench. There's also a start for Shu Karata today, who netted the only goal in Gamba's last league derby win over Cerezo 5 years ago. He comes in for Takero Kishimoto. It is 4-2-3-1 for the hosts, with Takashi Osami, who turns 34 today, appearing in his 250th J1 League fixture. He's Gamba's top scorer with 3 so far this season. Our referee today is Takuto Okabe. It's the 42-year-old second Gamba assignment of the season after standing in their matchday 5 draw with Sanfrecce Hiroshima. It's his first Sakura fixture of 2024. Meanwhile, in the booth, Yudai Yamamoto is on VAR duty for us. As for the visitors, Well, veteran midfielder Shinji Kagawa is recalled for Cerezo Osaka, while Hirotaka Tameda also returns. Two changes to the side that drew 1-1 with Consadole Sapporo last time out. Masaya Shibayama and Yori Kru miss out, but are named amongst the substitutes. It's an attacking 4-1-2-3 formation for the visitors, with Leo Sierra as the central striker. The Brazilian can boast 9 goals so far this season in the J1 League, and has 2 in his last 2 starts against Gamba Osaka. Will he prove to be the match winner today? Because Fernandez will play over on that right-hand side with Hirotaka Tameda on the left. Dani Payatos needs an upswinging form for his side. It's not been great for him, in stark contrast to this man, Akio Kogiku. Cerezo Osaka has started the season really well. So here we go, get set for Gamba Osaka versus Cerezo Osaka, a 73rd derby meeting, one of the fiercest in Japanese soccer. Underway then in the Panasonic Stadium. It is Gamba Osaka versus Cerezo Osaka. The Nerazzurri struggling with 3 straight losses coming into this game. Sakura also haven't won in 3, but with only 1 loss all season. They are surely the favourites to pick up the 3 points here. Most in their familiar dark colours, the black and blue, with Cerezo all in white for today's derby clash. This is Welton on the right-hand side, aiming to get forward. An early shot that's easily cleared away, but Takashi Osami with an early sighter. 3 goals so far this season, scored in the first 3 games of the campaign, but not since. Last coming against Jubila Iwata back in March, 5 last term. Really has been a terrific striker for Gamba Osaka. 3 spells at the club, having played in Europe with the likes of Bayern initially, also at Hoffenheim and Augsburg and Fortuna Dusseldorf, and back to Gamba Osaka a few years ago now. Former Japanese international who'll be hoping to score for just the 2nd time in the derby. His first coming way back in September of 2010, a 3-2 home success, his first goal and only goal so far in an Osaka derby, because Fernandez caught early. Maybe the shape of things to come in this rivalry clash. Away fans making plenty of noise. The average attendance this season for Gamba Osaka is just over 24,000, but given the fact that the Panasonic Stadium holds just under 40, the average will be considerably upped due to today's derby clash. Oh, it's almost full, and the home support making plenty of noise as well. Really good atmosphere for this all-Osaka affair. This is Funaki. Nobarazato. Goal towards Leo Sierra, who will take it down first time and will look to go again here as well. Takes a touch and another one, wants to go himself. Allowed to do that, really, wasn't he, by his teammates? They know he is very much the main man. It was interesting to see Hiroki Akuno just stand off there. It is Okuno. Just running into trouble over on that left side. Shukarata, scorer of the only goal the last time that Gamba Osaka managed to win a league derby clash between the two. It was May 2019. Gamba Osaka did win away from home in the League Cup last season, back in June of 23. Riku Handa, the scorer of the only goal, back in the starting lineup after missing the last month, and of course he missed a chunk of last season as well because of a serious injury. This is Kim. time that Kim is playing against Gamba Osaka. And Gamba have managed to pick this one up after a sloppy clearance. Kim, though, makes a comfortable save. The shot was struck with power from range by Takuma Suzuki. Did score in that League Cup defeat to Ryukyu, a third-tier side who knocked Gamba Osaka out of the competition last month. Player that came from Cerezo Osaka ahead of this season after playing 44 times for the team that he faces today. Formerly of Tokushima Vortis, he has been on the winning side against Cerezo previously for the first club that he played for. Putting across the ball, probably going wide. Kim not taking any chances. 4 clean sheets so far this season and a save percentage of 75. He's had a really good start to the campaign, as you would imagine, for a side gunning for the title. Sierra chasing this one down. It's an awkward one, and it just bounces through for Jonichi Mori. Ever present so far this season, the Gamba stopper. They have been a little unlucky in some respects this campaign. They've only scored 9 goals in 2024 in the J1 League. Their expected goal tally is nearly double that. So any sort of regression, and you would expect Gamba Osaka to start to move up the table. Only Kashiwa Reysol have scored fewer in the top flight, but it's not because they're not creating chances, just not putting them away at the moment. Need to be more ruthless in front of goal. And Takashi Osami, birthday boy today at 32, will be hoping to add to his tally. Welton has been the creator-in-chief so far this season with 2 assists and just the 1 goal, that coming against Sanfrecce Hiroshima in a 1-1 draw. Aside from Levski Sofia, the Bulgarian side, having had the best part of 3 years in Bulgaria, played in the Europa Conference League this season, came through lastly at Botafogo before moving to European football, and now, of course, in Japan. But a clever midfielder who's operating over on the right-hand side for Gamba Osaka, looking to close down here. Vanaki punts it long. Sierra looking to use his strength and pace, and does well to control. He's got options over on the left-hand side. Tameda. Leo Sierra. Lucas Fernandez will control. Cerezo Osaka with 4 players inside the penalty area, just unable to beat the first man with a cross from Maikuma. Combination play on the right-hand side between Maikuma and Lucas Fernandez, key to the way that Cerezo set up. Shot that's charged down. Tanaka took it on. Nobarazato shoved over, I think, by Welton. Free kick taken quickly. Cleverly done. This is Tameda. Back towards Tanaka. Nobarazato. Nobarazato will flick it forward. It's Dawan, the perpetrator. If you look at Shinji Kagawa. Elton Felipe flying in. Dawan Fran, another experienced Brazilian in the lineup for Gamba Osaka. Nobarazato does well. Positive start from both teams. Goals usually at a premium when these 2 sides play. Last 2 in League and Cup only saw a solitary goal, Leo Sierra's goal. The difference when the 2 sides last met, south of the city centre at Cerezo's home ground. Leo Sierra scoring inside the opening 10 minutes to give Cerezo Osaka derby success back in October. Enrico Handa in the League Cup back in June, as we mentioned, a solitary goal enough then. Last time that there was more than one goal between the two sides in any particular win was when Cerezo Osaka beat Gamba Osaka 3-1 at home back in May 22. Hiroaki Akuno with a couple of goals in that particular win. He's got 6 in his career, more than any other side, incidentally. No real surprise that Akuno is in the starting lineup today. He's ever present anyway this season, but he's yet to score so far this campaign. 3 last term, last a couple against FC Tokyo back in April of last year. Handa to take the throw. It's towards Usami. This is Funaki. And now Kim. And Funaki again. Pace of play just slowed down a little. Tanaka. Nobarazato just comes in field. Toriumi. Maikuma on the right-hand side, just looking to bait the press potentially here, but Gamba Osaka aren't really engaging particularly high up. Who is the trigger here for that press? Cerezo Osaka dominating the early exchanges here, 63% inside the opening 10 minutes. Seasonal average, incidentally, this season, 51.5. Both of these two teams generally like to have more of the ball in the opposition, but Gamba Osaka maybe just conceding ground in this derby clash, given the form that Cerezo Osaka have been in. Here is Tameda for Sakura. Kagawa. Nobarazato. Well, plenty of possession, no real penetration just yet. We've seen Leo Sierra getting some good positions so far, but nothing more. One block shot from the edge of the penalty area. Toriumi for Maikuma. This is Tamada. To curl it to this near side. Clever play for Nobarazato. Leo Sierra inside the penalty area. Okuno just outside of it. Toriumi. Lucas Fernandez. Good running off the ball once again from Maikuma. Looks to drive towards the byline. That's out for a corner. Impressive run from Seiya Maikuma. Yet to score so far this season. Only the 1 in 31 last campaign. His last goal came in the Emperor's Cup last summer. Last league goal back in April of last year. A winner against Kashiwa Reysol. Did score in the 1-1 League Cup draw back in March 22 between these two. Lucas Fernandez to take the corner. Taken short. Sierra will take it on. Kagawa looking to make a little bit of space. Kagawa sees his shot blocked. Lucas Fernandez again, driven to this near side. Got it back down here towards Tameda. Variation with the corner kick from Cerezo Osaka, which is a little strange given the fact that Leo Sierra has managed 3 headed goals so far this season. Oh, that's a clever ball inside the fullback. The pullback not quite so good. It should be cleared away, and is Nakatani in the way, but Cerezo Osaka are just beginning to find 1 or 2 ways in here. Really good movement over on the right flank. Kagawa with the through ball. Maikuma will pull it back, but Leo Sierra unable to get there, and Nakatani was there to clear. Twice now we've seen the skipper get to the byline. Japanese international who made his debut back in September of last year, did play in the Asian Cup early stages of the calendar year. Japan knocked out of the competition by Iran in the quarterfinals. And Payatos looking on. Concerns here with Welton Felipe, who went down off the ball. And those Gamba supporters will not want to see him depart. Kagawa. Funaki. Toriumi. Kagawa again. Makuma. Tried to flick it in field for Leo Sierra, but it's quite come off, and Gamba Osaka should be able to clear. Dawan loses possession. Well, he's managed to win it back, but suspicion of handball, and that's been given by our matchday referee, Takuto Okabe. Dawan suggests that it was something different. Let's take another look at this one. Tried to get his hand out of the way. Lucas Fernandez appealing immediately, and the referee agreeing. Signed from Juventud back in January of 22. Third campaign now with Gamba Osaka, but he's put his side in a little bit of trouble here as they face a free kick. We mentioned the heading goals, 7 so far this season for Cerezo Osaka, joint most in the J-League, 3 from Leo Sierra. We'll see if Lucas Fernandez fires this one in more orthodox fashion rather than playing it short this time, but Kagawa is just to his left. Fernandez does curl in, but doesn't beat the first man. Back out to Kagawa to clip inside the area. Keeper stays on his line. It's all a little bit awkward and hurried, and is cleared away by Fukuoka. Just tried to clip it back inside the penalty area. Cleared away by Gamba, who are under real pressure in the opening 16 minutes or so here. Cerezo Osaka have been much the better side. Alton, who's back on, looks to play it forwards. Kagawa wins it back, but illegally. He disagrees with the decision. Really bad end to the season for Gamba Osaka last season. They lost their last 7 in all competitions and 10 of their last 12. They didn't win any of their last 12. Knocked out the League Cup quarter-finals by Urawa. 4-0 aggregate loss. Nothing went right for Dani Poyatas' team as they slipped towards the foot of the table. They were never in any real danger of going down, just that one relegation place last season, of course. And they did finish 5 points above Yokohama FC, but only 9 wins last term. And they almost down tools for the last couple of months of the season. It was a real disappointing finish. You can stretch some of the stats to suggest they were a little bit unlucky there. Expected goals figure last season was just over 48. They only scored 38, while as the XGA was 51, and they conceded 61. But there's been no real regression this season, which should make you start to question some of those metrics. Cleared away by Ichimori. Makuma. Kagawa. Searching ball to this near side, just about controlled by Hirotaka Tameda. He's done well to get a toe to that. Well, it's been all Cerezo Osaka so far. This is Nobarazato. Gamba Osaka just can't get a foothold in the fixture. Nearly 3/4 of the possession has gone to the away team here in this Osaka derby. Cerezo Osaka with a really good record against their city rivals, 9 unbeaten in the top division. Look forward to a League Cup defeat last season, but when it comes to the J1 League, unbeaten since May 2019 when they went down 1-0 here. Maybe an opportunity to build for the first time. Kurakawa over on the left-hand side. Nakatani. This is Handa. Now it's with Welton. Handa had moved a little bit further forward, expected the right back, but an inverted fullback to a certain extent there. Dawan. Kurakawa. This is Fukuoka. Looks for the big diagonal towards Felipe on this near side, but Welton Felipe unable to get there, and he's testing his hamstring previously. Didn't have the pace to keep that one in play. Nobarazato will take the throw. Lost the last home game against Kashima Antlers, going down to won their previous game in front of their own fans, 2-1 against Sagan Tosu. Won 3 of their first 4 and 1 draw. There's an opportunity for Gamba to come forward, but the flick to the right from Dawan didn't quite work out. Have scored in 4 of their last 5 and 2 or more in 2 of 5 this season at home, Gamba Osaka. Another opportunity from the set piece here, and they're coming thick and fast for Cerezo Osaka. Stretch to try and flick that back, and he's hurried to try and win it. Brings down Tamada. Cerezo Osaka lost their last away game to Nagoya Grampus. They were unbeaten the previous 5 this season. Last win coming against Grillia Morioka in the League Cup. Last top flight win against Albirex Niigata, 1-0 away. They've been efficient when they have been winning rather than spectacular. Scored just the 1 in 5 of 6 this season on their travels. 3 clean sheets in all competitions, including 2 of the last 3 away from home. Lucas Fernandez to curl in from the free kick, whipped towards the far post, but overcooked that one. Yet to score this season, sign from Consadole Sapporo. Hasn't scored since netting in the League Cup against Jubilo Iwata. 9 in 139 for Consa. Last league goal coming back in October 22, but he's much more of a creator. 3 assists so far this season, a team high for Cerezo Osaka, and a main contributor to their really good start to the campaign. Shunta Tanaka. Fernandez, Leo Sierra. Tanaka again. Akuma calling for it infield. Here comes the captain, runs into trouble, and he's out of position now. Can Gamba Osaka spring some sort of counter? Sakamoto will lay it off. Back here towards Inamoto. That's a little dangerous. Didn't really expect it, Ichimori. But the break is on now. Gamba Osaka with players streaming in advanced positions. It's towards Osama, who will control. Really good block, had to be as well by Toriumi. First time we've seen Osami in that sort of position. First touch was excellent. Lucas Fernandez bravely done to keep possession for Cerezo Osaka. The game just beginning to open up a little bit. Challenge was a little high, but play continues. Leo Sierra will control. Sun just beginning to come out. Brazilian runs into trouble, and Welton will take it on. Another pass to keep possession, as Handa will play it back towards Dawan. Well, just a little bit of hope maybe here for Gamba Osaka after being under the cosh for much of the first quarter of this fixture. Initially got away from Kurata, but does take the shot on, it's wide of the target. Gamba do from their first corner of the game here. Osami to take. Nodded up into the air by Funaki. Back towards Osami. His touch this time around lets him down. 32 today. And a real star over the years at these 3 different spells with the club. This is 16th derby, just 5 wins previously. Dani Payatas enjoy another success for his star man up front, Akio Kokiko, who was never a professional footballer, only played for his university side, assistant coach at Cerezo Osaka on a number of occasions before taking over as the main man back in 2021. Never won the top division in its current format. As a J-League club, their best J1 finish, third twice in 2010 and 2017. Have won 4 top-tier titles, but it's a generation ago. Welton does well. What about the ball in towards Sakamoto? It's a comfortable stop in the end, and really, he should have done a little better. Danger still isn't over, as Kim makes another stop. Well, Sakamoto had the opportunity initially, and the effort was relatively tame, and it allowed Kim to get across. Follow-up saw the Korean stopper make another easy save, but suddenly Gamba Osaka are finding their range a little bit here. Well, all the possession for Cerezo Osaka, but the efforts on goal and the chances that have been fairly clear-cut have come Gamba's way. Coming to tee one up. Going wide. Drew the first 2 games of the season, Cerezo Osaka, and then won 6 of the next 7 in all competitions, and have scored in all 12 games so far across 2 competitions. One has been required on a number of occasions to get the win. Only scored 1 in 7 of 12, so efficient in front of goal rather than spectacular. Gamba, cleared away by Funaki. Tameda, pop back by Dawan. This might be a yellow card for the Brazilian, and is. First of the season. Unnecessary given where the challenge was made, and there was plenty of Gamba Osaka players back. No goals in the derby so far, 27 minutes in. And Kagawa will take the free kick here for Cerezo Osaka, who can go top by a point ahead of other teams playing today. That's a little loose. Usami buries it! Cerezo Osaka punished as Gamba Osaka with a wonderful strike. Takashi Usami took advantage of some poor play at the back here. It's a loose pass in field, and that's a really good hit. And the birthday boy gets his 4th goal of the season here on his 250th top-flight appearance. Arrows into the corner. Kim not across in time, not quite set as his side lose possession. And that's what it means to Dani Poyatos. Gamba Osaka strike first in the derby. Well, he had that one opportunity earlier on in this first half that he couldn't quite take. It was a difficult one. This one wasn't necessarily particularly easy, but he struck really well here, Takashi Usami. much of the ball, just 35% possession over the course of the opening half an hour or so. But a ruthless finish. Nobanazato. Well, we'll see what Cerezo Osaka are made of here. Fourth time that they've conceded the first goal of the game this season. Yet to come back to win one. Last come from behind success was against Gamba, and it was here back in July 22. Yamada and John Patrick with second half goals to turn the derby on its head. Long time though since they conceded first and came back to win in the league. Plenty of time to turn it around here though. Lucas Fernandez with the free kick and done it to this near side. Brave goalkeeping. Tamano is coming in. And Ichimori does really well against the winger. No doubt that he was onside here, and that's brilliant defensive work as well as brave goalkeeping here, isn't it? Because for a split second it looked like the striker was going to get there first. Spins away for a corner. Tameda. Just about okay to continue. Well, just look at this lot, they're enjoying it. Courtesy of this man's strike, Takashi Osami. Oh, what a shot in the arm this would really be if they could complete the win over their city rivals. 10th place heading into this fixture. And we would see them climb some 3 places potentially, depending on what happens elsewhere over the course of this match day. Kuno the perpetrator here as Gamba Osaka have a free kick. Free kick for Gamba Osaka. Flicked on, but not quite to a teammate by Dawan. Quite sure that that ball stayed in. Lucas Fernandez has it, but the flag is up. Not quite sure the flag is up in this near side unless there was an offside prior to the move, which there might have been. Phase of play there, but not the case. Problem meanwhile for Seiya Maikuma. Flag went up on the far side, but also on the near side because of the initial offside, and Makuma was stretching for that and may well have just pulled a muscle in doing so. Well, a change is going to have to be made here. Looks like we're going to see Hayato Okuda, who started out as a Gamba Osaka player before moving to their city rivals. Only one league appearance by way of a substitute appearance so far this season. Played in the League Cup as well this campaign, and he's going to be thrust into derby action here because of the injury to Maikuma. It's a real blow. Captain to come off. Armband will have to be switched. And having made some clever runs over the course of the first 20 minutes at least, that is going to be the last that we see of him. So Hayato Okuda ready to come on. Just 23. He's taking the armband. I thought Kim might take it, but the veteran keeper is pointing to someone else. Here comes the change. Maikuma off and Okuda on. Fans trying to rally their team. Neociero has been given the captain's armband here. The Brazilian has the responsibility. He's got to lead by example, looking for his 10th of the season, but his opportunities to add to his yearly tally have been few and far between. Just the one very early on for Cerezo Osaka. Nodded back by Toriumi. It is Kim. Funaki. 9 minutes to go until half-time. Cerezo Osaka looking to go top of the table, but trail here to city rivals Gamba. And Azzurri lead Sakura. Noborazato. Toriumi. Here is Okuda. First touch is a good one for Tanaka. Lucas Fernandez. Tameda. Kagawa wants it infield, so does Noborazato. It's gone back towards Kakeru Funaki. Tanaka via Toriumi to Funaki once more. Well, for all the possession, Cerezo Osaka yet to test Jun Ichimori so far. Well, it's patient build-up play from Cerezo Osaka. Toriumi forward for Noborazato, the fullback who likes to come in field, but Gamba Osaka have managed to win it back. Ichimori. 2 clean sheets in 6 previous games against Cerezo Osaka. Fed back for Kim. He's nearly halfway, Ichimori, to another. 3 so far this season. His save percentage is even better than Kim's for a mid-ranking side. He's done better than most, but as we mentioned already, they've been a little unlucky in certain aspects this season. Dawan. Handa. Noborazato. Funaki. Because Fernandez is on the chase, but it bounces through towards Jun Ichimori. The second attempt will control and pick up, much to the cheers and delight of the home support. Ichimori again. Suzuki will play it back. Infield by Nakatani. Suzuki again. No, he's giving it away. I'm not quite sure what that was from Nobarazato. It goes all the way through to Ichimori. There was better options, I think, there for the fullback. Well, 6 of Cerezo Osaka's last 7 goals have come in the second half, and all beyond the 67th minute. So they are a team that comes on strong post-break, but they would prefer not to be a goal down. I'm sure this is Lucas Fernandez coming forward. The Osieda infield, Lucas Fernandez running into trouble. Wins a free kick. There was really nowhere to go for Lucas Fernandez there, and he's managed to do really well to claim the free kick here, running down a blind alley to a certain extent, but Takuma Suzuki taking him down. 4 Gamba Osaka players around him. Takashi Asami's goal, the difference between the two so far. Up goes the signal from Lucas Fernandez here. It's a better ball in. Cleared away for a corner. Conceded 3 times from headers this season. Gamba Osaka last season 15, which was the most in the J1 League. Corner whipped in and flicked on. Tameda's header. In play, but Tameda will win the ball back here for Cerezo Osaka. Win another corner, 2 in quick succession and 3 all told. Still waiting for Joe Ichimori to be tested here. What can Cerezo Osaka do? Corner this time around in the swinger order of the day, very much in fashion across the globe at the moment in swingers. Kagawa, angle of the box. Kuno inside the 6-yard box from Aki as well. Curled in and flicked away out towards the substitute Okuda. To the edge of the area, flicked inside the 6-yard box towards Leo Sierra, but the header from Kakiro Funaki just bounces through to Ichimori. Well, they were under pressure in the opening 15-20 minutes or so, no doubt about that, Gamba Osaka, but they've been fairly well organised. Cerezo Osaka struggled to get shots away and haven't managed to register a shot on target just yet. And at the other end, Gamba Osaka with that drilled shot from Takashi Osami, who scored the only goal of the game, and prior to that had opportunities as well. The likes of Sakamoto in particular, who maybe should have done better from inside the penalty area. So you can massage the stats one way or another. Cerezo Osaka more of the ball, but Gamba Osaka better when they have had possession, even though it's by no means as much as the team in white here. This is Toriumi Okuda. Toriumi again. Sakamoto closes down. Welton on that left-hand side now. This is Kim. Towards Tameda. Good touch in field from Okuno, but Gamba have it again. Flick towards Welton. To be a shove in the back. Play continues. Osami, Sakamoto. Osami wants it back. Sakamoto has possession, has to turn. Scoops up towards Sakamoto again. Pulled inside the 6-yard box, and it's still not completely away. Really good ball in from Handa. Lucas Fernandez after this one. Nodded back by Fukuoka. Kurakawa. Oh, to turn neatly. Really good play from Keisuke Kurakawa. 3 inside the area. Sakamoto is one of them. Sami was lurking also. It's cleared away by Cerezo Osaka. Better pressure from Gamba Osaka as half-time approaches. Curled back in by Osami towards Welton. Cleared away again. Cerezo Osaka have it with Akuno. Tameda was a little hesitant there and loses possession. Nakatani. This is Ruko Handa. Can't imagine there'll be too many minutes of added on time at the end of the opening 45 here. Gamba Osaka probe away again. That was loose. Leo Sierra. Kagawa rides one challenge, might need a bit of help. The reverse ball for Leo Sierra is good. A little narrow here, threaded through towards Kagawa again. Nodded away just as Lucas Fernandez was about to take charge. Okuda. Forward by Tanaka. Lucas Fernandez. Tanaka again. This is Kagawa. Flick forward. Well, the substitute, Okuda, tried to get on the end of that. That's better pressure. 3 minutes of added on time here for Cerezo Osaka to try and draw level in the derby. Okuda, Lucas Fernandez. Okuda again. Tanaka. Sakamoto leading the press as Cerezo Osaka have to recycle. Nobarazato. The diagonal aimed for Tameda, but nowhere near its intended recipient. That's the mistake from Maikuma. It was just a little slack, and Usami taking charge and just firing into the corner. Really good hit. Sakamoto. Usami. Sakamoto again won't get to it, in fact. Leo Sierra won't control either. Lucas Fernandez will. First time for his compatriot, but it's high up into the air, rather to the feet. And the number 9. Welton will play it back. Fukuoka to clear. Welton's on the move. Funaki makes the interception. Just over a minute for Cerezo Osaka to find a leveler before the break. Kyo Kogiko already formulating that team talk. Tanaka's gone down. Kagawa slips on connection. Still find its way towards Tameda. Funaki for Toriumi. Fernandez controls, does really well. Okuda, Kagawa, still Kagawa, Tameda. He didn't really throw himself at that. He might have been second favourite to get there, but he doesn't really put the Gamba Osaka defender under any real pressure. Funaki wins it back. Kagawa once again, his influence growing potentially in the centre of the park. Hasn't quite got the pace that he once had, but he can still pick a pass, do some damage. 3 waiting for the delivery. Has to be now. Referee looks at his watch. And that is that. 45 minutes in, and the only goal of the game coming from Takashi Usami. Sakamoto had opportunities. We've seen a brief bit of quality from Kagawa, but not enough. Certainly not enough from Leo Sierra. Usami's 4th goal of the season, enough to separate the two Osaka sides after 45 minutes here. It's the home support that will get a bit of a refreshment here, feeling much more positive than they were maybe going into this fixture, as they were probably second favourites. But Cerezo Osaka, who can go top with a win, the second best so far. Half-time then here at the Panasonic Stadium in Osaka. It's Gamba Osaka 1, Cerezo Osaka 0.
フィシャルエクイプメントパートナーはアディダスジャパンモルテ。スポーツ振興パートナーはスポーツくじ。オフィシャルチケッティングパートナーはティア。オフィシャル EC プラットフォームパートナーは楽天グループ。オフィシャルテクノロジーパートナーは NTT グループ。以上の各社が今年の明治安田 J リーグを熱くサポートいたします。2024ガンバ大阪オフィシャルパートナーの紹介をいたします。パナソニックホールディングス、ロート製薬、メイクインパナソニック、ダイセン、キュンメル、シップヘルスケアホールディングス、東洋タイヤ、パナソニックオートモーティブシステムズ、エボルタネオ、セブンイレブンジャパン、スカイ株式会社、小学校、吹田市、ギア、竹中工務店、三井住友銀行、SCSK、バンクオブアメリカ、明治安田、大金工業、ジアリーノ、シフトプラス、平成医療学園、アサヒビール、大手門学院大学、大阪モーレール、学習塾ドリームチーム、永年産業、トヨタモビリティ新大阪、中田醸造機械、西鉄旅行、コカ・コーラモバーズジャパン、エキスポシティ、その他ご覧のパートナーにご支援いただいております。
明治安田 J リーグダゾーン全試合配信。J リーグのすべてここに。明治安田 J リーグライブダゾーン。
ハーフタイム抽選会当選者の発表です。当選内容は AFC アヤックスのユニフォームを3名様にプレゼント。このハーフタイム抽選会への参加方法は、試合開始までにファンクラブ会員証入場ゲートのワンタッチパスにタッチ、またはデジタル会員証をスキャンすることで自動的に参加できます。ご覧の会員番号の方が当選となりました。なお、場内総合案内所やファンクラブブース、ガンバ大阪オフィシャル X でも当選番号を確認できます。当選者の方は試合終了から30分後までにファンクラブブースにお越しください。
Welcome back. The home supporters in full voice here at the Panasonic Stadium. Gamba Osaka leads Cerezo Osaka by a goal to nil. 73rd renewal of the Osaka derby. Shinji Kagawa side trail. Takashi Osami's goal midway through the first half, the difference between the two. Cerezo Osaka have controlled the tempo of the game in many ways. They've had much more of the ball, but they haven't been able to do as much with it. Gamba Osaka have had the better opportunities. They've taken one of them. Some slack play at the back from Cerezo Osaka allowed Takashi Osami to fire home. Really good strike to beat Kim, the Korean keeper. And Cerezo Osaka, who've got the opportunity to go to the top of the table, find themselves behind. They've only lost once so far this season, that against Nagoya Grampus. Since then, 2 draws. Their excellent start to the season just been tempered recently. Without a win in 3, Leo Sierra hasn't had the opportunity to add to his 9 goals so far this season. Will that be a little different in this second half? We're about to find out. Underway with the second half of the Osaka derby. Gamba Osaka 1, Cerezo Osaka 0 after 45 minutes. And it's the team in black and blue that are aiming for a first league success in this derby for almost 5 years. And after a run of 3 straight defeats across 2 different competitions, success here against their city rivals would be a real shot in the arm for Danny Poyatos' side, who finished last season in really poor form. They started this campaign a little better, certainly. But having lost 3 times on the spin, questions were being asked, and this would be a big win, not just in terms of the city, but in the context of their season in the J1 League. Not done yet, though, and you would expect Cerezo Osaka to come back into it in this second half. Here is Lucas Fernandez, the Brazilian winger. Now it's with Okuda. He had to come on as a substitute in the first half because of an injury to Seiya Maikuma, the captain of Cerezo Osaka. The challenge that came in there was a little late, just there, and therefore a free kick as Lucas Fernandez goes down. Creator-in-chief so far this season for Cerezo Osaka, about to take 3 assists so far this season. As we mentioned already, 7 headed goals, which is a league high for Cerezo Osaka. So balls in from wide areas tend to be good. Gamba Osaka will have to get this right defensively. Lucas Fernandez with the outswinger here, but again, a flat trajectory, doesn't beat the first man. Sakamoto takes it down, but just presents the ball back here for Cerezo Osaka. Noborazato's touch. Lucas Fernandez again. The Osaka stayed forwards in towards the Brazilian. That was a difficult take. What's the referee given here? Well, flag is up. I think Akuno and Tanaka potentially just the wrong side of the Gamba Osaka rear guard. Sierra chests it down. It's Akuno who's offside. Confirmation of the lineups. Alterations for Gamba for this game, with Kurata and Handa coming back in. Seen too much of Shu Kurata. Seen plenty of Lucas Fernandez, not enough of Leo Sierra from a Cerezo Osaka point of view. Okura. This is Kim. Flicked on by Akuno towards Leo Sierra, thumped away. High ball towards Welton over on the right-hand side for Gamba Osaka. We've seen him switch wings over the course of the fixture so far. Started well, then appeared to be injured, but has shaken that off. Noborazato. Goal for Lucas Fernandez, should be cleared away. Well, the challenge was certainly ball first, but the follow-through took the man. Kurokawa stays down for a second. He's featured in every single game so far, Keisuke Kurokawa. Came through the youth ranks. Handa down the line. Welton after this one, back towards Kim. Kuro, Tanaka, flicked round the corner by Lucas Fernandez, who was caught after the ball had gone. That's a free kick. It's an interesting battle between Kurokawa and Lucas Fernandez, and you tended to think here that given what went on just a few moments ago at the other end, there might have been an air of revenge about the challenge here from the left back. Nobarazato. Funaki forwards, cleared away by Nakatani. This is Sakamoto. Cuts across, Tanaka still has possession. Welton. And still, Sakamoto. Welton. Sami. And the header from Dawan is over. Well, he popped up in a really good position there, did Dawan Fram, but just couldn't keep the header down. Scored against Jubilee Owata back in March in the 2-1 home success, and 6 last campaign. 10 in his J1 League career, having signed from Juventus at the start of the 2022 season, but the former Ponte Preta man knows that was a big opportunity to make it too. In between centre halves, has to keep it down, just couldn't get over it. Sami. Welton chases this one down. Nobarazato does well. This is Funaki. Kagawa. Tameda left-hand side. Shunta Tanaka infield. Okuda. Toriumi. Funaki. It's a familiar passage of play here from Cerezo Osaka. A lot of the ball, but inside their own half. Lucas Fernandez, first time in towards Okuno, but the angle was just a little off. It was a nice idea. Execution not quite there for Hiroaki Okuno. Leo Sierra has won it back. Looks for Lucas Fernandez. Thumped away by Fukuoka. Felipe backing in. Funaki with the header. And Handa lets it bounce out. Okumo, unfortunately, picking up that injury in the first half, will play no further part. Dawan. Ichimori. Given away by the keeper, but not kept in Cerezo Osaka's possession as Gamba Osaka win it back. Tanaka. Nobarazato. Funaki. Kagawa. Nobarazato again. Well, Gamba Osaka are well set here, well organised. The defensive shape preventing Cerezo Osaka from really moving through the gears and moving upfield. Every single ball forward seems to just spin through towards Ichimori at the moment. It's pretty comfortable for the home team. Cerezo Osaka have scored in all 6 away games so far this season, but only the one in 5 of 6, and that would not be enough to get the victory. Going to get back level first of all before they start thinking about that. This is Nobarazato. Tameda tries to ride the challenge, but Rico Handa does well. And then Sakamoto back towards the fullback, who threads it down the line for Welton. He's got Asami with him. Welton still has it. They're backing away from the Brazilian here. Fine save from Kim. Welton with a twist and a turn just to get half a yard of space. It was goal bound, but for the intervention of the Korean keeper. just looks so much more dangerous than Cerezo Osaka. Sami is saying you should have passed to me. Just a bit of discussion between the two forward players. What are we waiting for here? But Zato potentially injured, is he? Pointing to his wrist as if to say, make sure you add this time on, referee. Will it be the fullback who's going to come off here? Just a slip. And he looked to race into top gear, but he pulled up as he approached the halfway line. Wilton took it on. Good movement away from Funaki. Found the gap between defenders, but couldn't get the ball into the net as Kim Jin-hyun dealt with a shot. We've got a pause in proceedings here. Well, Nobunaga pulled up, as we mentioned, as he tried to chase back, but that was a couple of minutes ago now. I'm not quite sure we've had such a significant stop. We've already seen Seimai Kuma go off. So the right back went off in the first half. Looks like the left back's going to have to go off here. Time is being added on. Notes are being taken. Final check of the playbook here before the changes. 3 alterations here. Nobunaga is the first to come off. Saoki Uejo is coming on. Also going to see Vito Bueno here. Kuno is the player to come off here. And finally, it is Shibayama who's going to come on. And it looks like Tameda is the player to be replaced. So that's a significant change from Akio Kokiku to make the 3 alterations. 4 of the 5 changes that can be made, given the fact that Okuda came on in the first half. So there's confirmation of the trio. Uejo, Bueno and Shibayama coming on. Doesn't leave too much room for manoeuvre in terms of alterations for late into this fixture, and we've still got 33 minutes plus whatever to add on. And given we've not had any football for the last 3, it feels, we'll see what happens at the end of this fixture. So changes made. Shibayama did start the last game. Uejo's only started 1 this season. Bueno has started 2. Another Brazilian who started life out as a Santos player is on. It is Shibayama looking to make an instant impact. Kagawa to curl in. Lucas Fernandez has switched to the left-hand side by the looks. There's the goal. Brilliant hit. Kuda. Sent off against Sagan Tosu back in March. Masaya Shibayama signed mid-season last campaign from Miya. those attempted passes cut out. Just a throw in here for Gamba Osaka. We're beyond the hour. Vito Bueno is on. Shibayama's touch. Okuda. This is Kim. Toriumi. Funaki. Bueno. Lucas Fernandez. Two Brazilians combined, but lose possession to another. Welton. Dawan. Forward for Korata. Dawan again. And now Welton once more shields the ball really well. Handa, Welton. Handa again, Welton loses out. Cerezo Osaka have it with Lucas Fernandez, who's caught. Sato, who was influential throughout the game, liked to come in field as a inverted fullback, barking out the orders, helping the coaching staff at the moment, getting his thoughts across, along with Akio Nogiko, the coach of Cerezo Osaka. But they trail by a goal to nil and haven't really looked like scoring. Productivity in advanced areas has not improved in the second half. Still yet to test John Ichimori in the Gamba Osaka goal. If anything, you'd suggest they probably had less of the ball in the second half. Okuda. Tanaka. Funaki forward, Lucas Fernandez. Threaded through for Kagawa. Lucas Fernandez will take it on. Gamba Osaka concede the free kick. Cerezo Osaka with a free kick. Yet to score direct from a free kick so far this season. Vito Bueno. Netted against Sagan Tosu in a 2-0 away success to take this one on. Will it be a direct strike on goal? Free edge of the area, right-hand side. Vito Bueno fancies this one, I reckon. Took a deflection. Fingertip behind. And just a corner. Taken short, Kagawa, Vito Bueno, 5 waiting, Kagawa again, Vito Bueno again! Well, I'm not quite sure if that was a cross or a shot. It didn't curl enough to really trouble John Ichimori, but Cerezo Osaka just getting a little closer here. Free kick and a corner to put their city rivals under pressure. Changes coming for Cerezo Osaka. It's brave from Akio Kogiko. Don't see it too often. Usually try and leave one back, but Still got 25 minutes remaining here. Toriumi's header. Kagawa does well. Vito Bueno. Well, if Lucas Fernandez had been on the opposite side, he might have got to that, but he's left flank now, and the substitute could have nowhere near it. Here comes the fifth and final alteration. Hiroshi Kiyotake is coming on. Shinji Kagawa at 35, his day is done. Replaced by a midfielder, just 1 year his junior, who's coming on for a seasonal debut in the league. Only made 2 substitute appearances last season. It's his second spell at the club. 1 or 2 issues. 223rd appearance for them in the league after spells in Europe with the likes of Nuremberg, Hanover and Sevilla. Kiyotake is on. Shibayama loses out. Vito Bueno. Approaching the final quarter of this fixture, Funaki will play it forward. Wejo. One of the substitutes. Tanaka. Shibayama cleverly down the line to inside the area. Whose centre is a little weak, doesn't quite catch it as he really wanted to. The substitute, he's easily cleared by Gamba Osaka. It's only the 1 goal, but they're pretty comfortable at the moment. But it will only take a flash of inspiration from someone in Cerezo colours to get them level. But we've seen so little of Leo Sierra so far. And here is Welton with the breakaway. He's got options to his left and his right at the moment, but he's still the furthest player forwards here. He needs a little bit of help. He's going to have to use Asami. So that's all players back in defensive formation. Asami still has it. Kurokawa. Suzuki. Osami. Kurokawa. Pinned over to the right-hand side and controlled first time. Rikuhanda coming forwards here. This is Sakamoto. Gets back up on his feet fairly quickly, then turns to the referee, appealing for a penalty, only half-hearted. Suzuki. Osami. Kurokawa was calling for it, so was Welton. Kurokawa to whip in the cross. Cleared away by Toriumi. Further away by Kura. And then given away. Kurokawa. Sakamoto edge of the box. Welton calling for it as well. Here is the Brazilian. Still Welton. Better pressure here from Gamba Osaka. Sakamoto will turn. Suzuki. And now Welton inside the box. Will take a touch. He can't quite find the angle. Not yet anyway. Still going though. Needs an out ball. Can't quite find it. Now he can. Still 4 inside the box in Gamba Osaka colours. No one wants to take the shot on. Who's going to take responsibility? Kurokawa. Races inside the area. Still going. Terrific run. Near post cross. Was not converted by Sakamoto. Made the run across the 6-yard area in front of defenders. Couldn't get the touch on it. Really good perseverance and build-up play here from Gamba Osaka. They were patient. And then a definitive move inside the box from Kurokawa. Near post cross was knocked out of play by Toriumi. Might have gone down there as well against Shibayama. Might have got a penalty, but stayed on his feet. Just a corner then here for Gamba Osaka as they look to double their lead with 20 minutes remaining. Whipped in towards the far post, cleared away, looked to be a foul, nothing doing, ricochets off the post and cleared away. Not completely, we've got a man down at the moment, and Sami's hit the other post. Well, I think that VAR might have ruled out any goal if there had been one, but post struck twice in quick succession as bodies were going down inside the box. Plenty to pick out here. First of all, the shot that struck the post, it hit the keeper and cleared away. Player down was Funaki. Could have ricocheted off the back of Kim and gone in, but didn't. Whether it would have stood, I'm not quite so sure, but even so, Gamba Osaka coming on strong in the final quarter of this fixture. %45 possession now in the second half for Gamba Osaka. They've been much more ambitious since the restart. Haven't overly protected their one-goal lead. They've been defensively clever. Significant improvement on the amount of ball that they've had since the restart, and that's credit to Danny Payatos, who must have told his side, look, if we sit back here, we could invite trouble. And they've been much more proactive. And they've been able to pick off possession a little higher up the pitch, potentially. Now then, did well to make the move too soon. The flag has stayed down for now. Brazilian still has it. Osami. Welton for Kurokawa. It's a little short, but Leo Sierra unable to make anything of it. And Gamba Osaka coming forward again. Osami looking for Sakamoto, who's ridden one challenge, still going forward, might get another go here, still not clear, will get another go. Sakamoto! Fine save from Kim. Same type of place that he was unable to finish from in the first half, really different opportunity, but same distance out. Dawan, Usami lining one up here, but always going wide. They're going to start looking back on this and thinking that they were, or should be, further in front. Good persistent play, strong play as well. First effort was blocked, and then the spin pretty much on the penalty spot. Kim guesses the right way. Good save. Funaki. And it's been a listless Cerezo Osaka display so far. Sakura just haven't got going. From the first minute, they have had the possession, but it's been possession without really hurting Gamba Osaka for much of the 73 minutes that we've had. Possession stats have dropped a little since the restart. Gamba Osaka being much the better team and thoroughly deserve to be heading for a first league derby success for the best part of 5 years. He's not been able to get into the game. Injured players, players that have been subbed off, looking on in Cerezo colours. Still, well, it's just the one, you never know. Cerezo Osaka will fancy their chances of maybe grabbing something late. Kiyotake was with a run. As we mentioned, most of their goals in the final quarter of fixtures, certainly away from home this season. Fernandez, throw in. Vitor Bueno. Goal towards Leo Sierra. Nodded away by Nakatani. Thumped further away by Fukuoka. Staring down season. And it will extend the winless run to 4, unless they can turn it around the final 15. Scored in the 71st minute against Consadole Sapporo for a 1-1 draw last time out. Scored in the 68th to ensure a draw against Marinos as Sakamoto wins it again. And this is Welton. Those two have combined brilliantly. Welton still has it. Straight at Kim. Needed to come back towards Sakamoto. Vito Bueno. Away from Okuda. Shibayama. Okuda. Shibayama. Kiyotake in field, and then the ball by Sierra sees the move break down, and it's Welton that has it again. And again, he's the furthest player forward. Needs to wait for one or two teammates. Riko Handa. Sakamoto, edge of the penalty area. And Vito Bueno will pick up the loose ball, and maybe a counter is on here. Lucas Fernandez has got Leo Sierra in front of him. It's still Lucas Fernandez here. Shibayama to the right-hand side inside the box. The layoff here for Kiyotake, flicked back in towards Leo Sierra. Lucas Fernandez had also made the run. The game is getting a little stretched. 13 and a bit minutes remaining. This is Shunta Tanaka. Touch from Uejo. Vito Bueno. Satoki Uejo again. Shibayama. Kiyotake. Okuda. Far post cleared away. Lucas Fernandez on his right foot, the block. Okuda looking for the quick 1-2. The substitute's done well initially. Sierra just trying to ease the Gamba Osaka defenders out of the way. Ryoto Yamashita is coming on. Signed from Yokohama FC after their relegation. Cramp issues for a couple of players here for Gamba Osaka. Danny Piotrs might have to make more than just the one change. One poised. Further required, potentially. Dawan Frowny's one who's down. Stretcher required, hope not. This was the opportunity for Sakamoto and Welton between them. Should it have gone back towards Sakamoto here from Welton? Straight down the keeper's throat. Really easy for Kim to make the stop, but it's been lively. Sami's one to come off. Goal scorer and at the moment match winner, to be replaced by Hideki Ishii. Looks like Dawan Frowny's coming to the sidelines as well. He will also come off. Ryoya Yamashita also coming on. It's going to be Shukarata coming off as well here. Well, we saw Sami getting a little bit of treatment, but he's going to stay on for now, it would appear. So changes here late on for Gamba Osaka. Yamashita thrust into the action straight away. Just a little ring rusty as he tried to feed the ball towards Welton. Vita Bueno. Could afford Leo Sierra with a header. Easily controlled and cleared, and it's a good ball as well for Osami. Spins away from a couple of players and it's curled to this near side. Here is Yamashita, but Kim spotted it well and comes to clear. Already into the action. 8.5 minutes to see out a derby win. Instructions via the translator. To those on the pitch who have performed better than we've seen in recent outings, this is, as far as Gamba are concerned, hopefully a springboard for better things over the course of the season. Kurakawa. Yamashita. Kurakawa again. Sami. Kiyotake. Uejo. Could have run this near side if required. Tanaka, though, plays it back in field. Kiyotake again. Oh, a clever ball here, and suddenly Shibayama might be away. It's just the final third, isn't it? Yamashita. Welton. Again, all on his own. Still Welton, they're backing away from the Brazilian. Still has it here. Strength. And the curling shot is tipped behind by Kim. It was Yamashita that took it on. Not quite sure if he was going to curl in, but it might have. Brilliant play from Welton to hold it up, to retain possession, wait for the teammates to arrive. Yamashita, first touch was good, and the second might have curled in, you know, but for Kim's fingers to push that one behind for a corner. Sakamoto down. Kagawa has been fairly motionless since going off, and you can see to the left there Sayama Kuma, the captain. This one will hurt, not just because it's a Derby Day defeat, if it is to be a defeat, but also because their good league start is coming to an end without a win in 4 if they don't get 2 in the next 5 minutes, which seems unlikely at the moment. You'd suggest that Gamba Osaka, the more likely team to score. Sakamoto's back on. Oh, well read. Osami, he's going to go again here. Sakamoto was in acres of space. The skipper, who scored one, set his sights on another, but skied it. Uejo for Funaki. Lucas Fernandez. Just behind Satoki Uejo. Tanaka. Shibayama. Kuda. Tanaka. Clip for the run of Shibayama. Shita is there to clear. Surely need to build some pressure here. What's left in the tank for Cerezo Osaka? Has been enough in the last two derbies, one for Cerezo Osaka, one for Gamba Osaka. Shibayama to curl in, diving header away, and a corner in the 87th minute here. Shigi with the clearance. Kiyotake with a corner. 87 on the clock at the Panasonic Stadium. Gamba Osaka lead Cerezo Osaka by 1-0. Well, Gamba face a corner here. Kiyotake to curl towards the back post, is cleared away. Shibayama to recycle. Vito Bueno to curl back in, but that's comfortable for Junichi Mori. Whatever they try, it's just not working for Cerezo Osaka. Seconds ticking away as Gamba Osaka supporters get set to celebrate a derby win. This is Welton. Sakamoto back towards Welton. Need to be a little more selfish on that occasion. This is Yamashita. Welton again. Ishiga. Osami. Gorakawa. Osaka supporters really loving this. Osami will keep it in play. Wants to take it on his right side. Still has it though here. Osami. Shita to take it down. And the shot hits Welton. He's been a non-factor, hasn't he? It's been a really disappointing performance from Leo Sierra. Talked up as the main man for the derby. Scored in his last two appearances against Gamba Osaka, but he's not really had a sniff. There was one blocked effort very early on, and that was it. Positive run from Lucas Fernandez. So that's what Osaka aren't done with just yet. Okuda to curl towards the far post here, and the header down, but it evades everyone inside the 6-yard box. Recycled, Okuda again. Kiyotake it was that nodded inside the area. It took a deflection. Tanaka, Kiyotake again on the far post, wins the header. It's towards Leo Sierra, but it's Junichi Mori that will come and collect and drop to the floor. Might go down as an effort on target because it was deflected away. I think it was on target when it left the head of Hiroshi Kiyotake. He was unable to get on the end of the deflected effort. And a double switch here, just to waste a bit of time potentially for the home team. We are going to see Shinya Nakano. And I think that Sakamoto's had a really good game. He's only 20. It's a Japanese under-20 international who played at the World Cup at under-20 level just a year ago. one to watch. Sakamoto, Osami, the goal scorer, also coming off. Kishimoto, the other player to come on. Two players who did start the previous fixture, replacing to the stars for Gamba today in the shape of the young attacking midfielder and the veteran skipper who scored the only goal of the game. Six minutes of added on time. Did have that lengthy stoppage because of the injury to Nombarazato, and then that triple switch that seemed to take an age. Shibayama to come forward and still runs into trouble. Clearance isn't great. Okuda. Vito Bueno back towards Okuda, intercepted and cleared away. Welton's on the move, but Cerezo Osaka have got players back, and that's good football from Uejo. Kiyotake. Okuda. Kiyotake again, looking for Leo Sierra here. Really important header. Brilliant defensive play. Nakatani got his head to that one. Leo Sierra was just in behind, and it would have fallen to him perfectly just a couple of yards out. Better from Cerezo Osaka, but they have left it very late to build a bit of momentum here against their city rivals. Lucas Fernandez to the near post. It's flicked on by a Gamba player, and that's going to go out for a Cerezo Osaka throw. I've got a own player down. It's Suzuki that's gone down clutching his throat. Is that man's goal going to be enough for Derby Day success? And those in the north of the city will celebrate. Those wearing the pink and white will have to head back down south with their tails between their legs at the moment. Cerezo Osaka haven't been at the races today, but they are the more pressing team late on. Free kick. Another change here, and it's going to be Shoji Toyama, the young striker, coming on for Gamba. Wilson stayed down to potentially come off. But he's played really well for me. Welton Felipe held the ball up well, some clever footwork. He's not the quickest, but he's got the knack and the know-how in those forward areas to make things happen. Gamba Osaka faithful, hoping that their side can nudge to another derby victory. 73rd renewal. Kimmy's up from the back here. Look at this, there's still 2 minutes remaining. Vito Bueno is towards Kim, who gets his head to it, and it will be cleared away. Keeper stayed forward just for now. Lucas Fernandez. Shibayama. Kim with a touch. How about this from the keeper? Still staying forward. Surely he's got to race back at some stage. They're going to be in real trouble here if Gamba can break, and they can. And they got the pace to keep it going. Not quite. Well, he made his presence felt at the other end, but he didn't come off. And in the end, as he was scrambling back, he was reliant upon his defenders to make sure that the scoreline stays just at the 1, but the seconds tick away, and we're nearly into the final added minute of the half dozen. Toyama surrounded by Cerezo Osaka players. Lucas Fernandez wants to take the throw, but I think it's the other way, is it? He waits to celebrate, as most in the ground do. Just under 40,000 in for the Osaka derby. That looks like it's going to go Gamba Osaka's way. They've got a free kick here, and they should be able to see out time. And a yellow card as well has been shown to Satoki Yoijo. Yamashita's been a good sub, goes down. Yoijo goes into the book. These 6 minutes of added on time are just about up. Touches surely will be in the corner here for Gamba Osaka. They've lost possession, but they've gained a free kick. Referee intent of adding on just an extra 30 seconds, maybe a minute here because of the injury to Welton. Game is up, I think, here for Cerezo Osaka. Second defeat of the campaign. Surely the referee is about to blow for time. And again, they will keep it in the corner. But that's all they have to do. Derby day glory for Gamba. Takashi Osama's goal in the first half enough to claim a 30th derby success for Gamba Osaka against their city rivals. Leo Sierra, a non-factor. Kagawa unable to call the shots as Cerezo Osaka fall to their second defeat of the campaign. Gamba Osaka are back on track after 3 defeats in quick succession in all competitions. It's the home support that will celebrate. It's a big derby win for them. And those in Sakura Silks will have to skulk back down south. Gamba Osaka's day. Asami's strike after some poor play at the back, and they controlled the game even if they didn't have the bulk of the possession. Cerezo Osaka unable to really press home their advantage in terms of the ball, and Gamba Osaka were too good. Full time here, Gamba Osaka 1, Cerezo Osaka 0. Thoroughly deserved. They created more chances. They were better in forward areas. And this is what it means to the home support. Just the one effort on target, that late header from Kiyotake that was blocked. Cerezo Osaka never really turned up. Gamba Osaka's day, that's for certain. And maybe it will kickstart them to rise up the standings and the table here against the Cerezo Osaka side that could have gone top. Let's not forget, a win would have pushed them on to 23 points, but they've not taken their chances here. They just didn't create enough. It's been a poor display. And now without a win in 4, and those supporters, well, they've lost the bragging rights, they've lost the game, and they've seen their side really put on the worst display of the season for me. A couple of draws coming into this, and they picked up injuries to boot as well. Nobarazato limping off. Makuma went off in the first half. It's not been a day for those of Cerezo Osaka persuasion. Gamba Osaka with their 2 Brazilians there who played the part. Certainly Welton had a really good game. Gamba's fans will celebrate over the course of the day, and it's the first league success in the derby since May 2019. They did win in the League Cup last season, but a big league win here. Let's get some post-match reaction here with the goal scorer.
チームを勝たせる決勝ゴールを挙げましたガンバ大阪、宇佐美隆選手にお越しいただきました。おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
すごい雰囲気になっていますが、ビッグマッチとおっしゃっていました大阪ダービー勝利しました。まずこの勝利非常に大きいものになりましたね。
そうですね、ここ最近勝ててなかったんで